Hello and welcome. You're watching Money 9 and this is Morning Markets. I'm Sakshi Batra, our show where we'll give you all the key updates that you need to begin your trading day right. We'll also tell you how the markets closed in yesterday's trading session, what were the key highlights there, what are the cues that we are getting from the global markets today, and what are the factors to watch, including the stocks and news, as well a whole lot of stock recommendations as well. So stay tuned for a whole lot of action in the next 10 minutes. Let's quickly tell you how the markets really closed in yesterday's trading session. Well, the budget rally really, soared in the second day as well, with the benchmark indices rising about 2.5% in yesterday's trading session. Both the Sensex and the Nifty up over 2.5% in trade. 49,797 was the closing level of Sensex. It did cross the 50,000 landmark milestone as well in yesterday's trading session during intraday, but slipped towards the close. But Nifty 50 also closed at 14,647, also coming very close to its all-time high levels as well. Nifty Bank, of course, outshining the benchmark indices as well. 3.5% uptick that was actually seen. 34,267 was the level of Nifty Bank at close. That's over 1,178 points up in trade yesterday. Again, an all-time record closing high for the Nifty Bank as well. In the broader markets, if you see, the mid-cap and the small-cap index were also higher and also trading in tandem with the benchmark indices. The small-cap index up about 1.5%, whereas the mid-cap index was also up over 2% in trade yesterday. Moving on to what are the big cues that we are getting from the international markets now. The US markets have also rallied well into the second day. You can actually see, both the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq up about 1.5%. Also, the S&P 500 up 1.4% in trade during the second trading day as well. Moving on to the Asian markets, we're getting some kind of mixed cues from the Asian markets well into the early trade. Now, Nikkei is trading 0.5% up in trade at 28,552, whereas the Hang Seng as well as the Shanghai Composite are just mildly down, especially Shanghai Composite is trading just flat with a negative bias. Hang Seng is trading at 29,032 with 0.78% of loss in the early morning trade. So we'll just have to see how the Asian markets trade pans out through the day. But let's quickly have a look at what the SGX Nifty is indicating as far as the Indian markets go. So there's a flattish to positive opening for the SGX Nifty that we could see. 14,760 is the level of the Singaporean Nifty index. So there could be a flat to a positive opening for the Indian markets too. That's what it is suggesting. The Indian markets could actually open with a mild cap up. Now, tracking the firm mood of the global markets, the Indian markets could also sustain these opening gains well into the third day, right after the union budget as well. But there is the crude oil prices or the overhang on the crude that we will have to really watch out for, and that may really cap the gains. However, if you see the money market, how have they really performed? How is the rupee trading? 72.97. It did slip into the red in yesterday's trading session. It's mildly up again by 0.08% today. Crude oil prices, that's something that you really need to watch out for. Oil prices rose 2% on Tuesday, reaching their highest level in 12 months. So that's something that you need to watch out for. That's at a 12-month high, and that doesn't really bode well for the Indian markets for sure. $57.59 to the barrel for the Brent crude, up 0.23% in trade. WTI or the NYMEX crude also up by 0.19. That's 0.35% in trade at $54.95 to the barrel. Moving on to what kind of stocks that you need to watch out for today. A whole lot of stocks will be in focus in today's trading session, as well as the earnings will be also in focus. Let's talk about the first stock that you need to keep an eye out on, and that's Ajanta Pharma. This stock you need to keep an eye out on for sure, because this is going to be a stock that in the pharma pack that will be in action. The company has been in action because of its results. The company reported profit of 176 crores in Q3 FY21, and that's again 107.6 crores in Q3 FY20. That's in the same quarter the last year. It actually closed with a negative return of 0.5% in yesterday's trading session at about 1746 rupees per share. But you could actually see some kind of an improvement because of the improvement in the Q3 results, especially in the bottom line, that could actually reflect in the stock prices today. Moving on, the second stock that will be in focus today, and that will be from the IT pack. I'm talking about Infosys. That will be an important stock to watch out for. Remember that it closed with gains of about 0.74% in trade. Yesterday, the company received digital transformation contract from Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energy, and that is going to be a sentimental positive for the company, and that could reflect on the stock prices as well. P&G is another stock that you need to watch out for. That's a stock that actually could show some action today. 10.6% sharp increase in yesterday's trading session is what we saw. It closed with these sharp gains at 217 rupees per share. That's 20 rupees uptick per share that we actually saw in yesterday's trading session. The company's subsidiary has received financial closure for the Uttar Pradesh project, and that's definitely a positive, and the rally may extend well into the second day as well. Now, the other stock that you need to definitely talk about is V-Mart. That's a stock that you need to talk about. Now, retail spaces has been quite buzzing a lot. 24.51 was the closing price of V-Mart Retail in yesterday's trading session. It actually closed with mild losses of 0.22%. The company has set the issue price for its QIP, so it is raising money. 2450 crore rupees, 2450 rupees is something that it has been kept the issue price for the QIP. So that's something that's mildly negative for the stock, and you could see some more dips coming in for the stock today. Now, another listing that will happen today after yesterday's Indigo Paint's stellar debut on the stock markets with about 75% premium that we actually saw in yesterday's trading session. Another listing is coming up today, and that's Home First Finance Company. Now, the shares will be listing on BSE and NSE today. Remember, the IPO also got a great response. It got subscribed nearly 27 times. So we are expecting some bit of positive premium on the listing day itself. Remember, in the grey market, premium also, we are seeing some upticks already, which are indicating that when the stock actually lists today, we will actually see some kind of buoyant moves right in the opening tick, and we'll be bringing you all that action also on Money 9. Moving on, there's another IPO if you really need to keep an eye out on in the primary space, and you are actually scouting for opportunities there. Then the Brookfield India Real Estate Trust IPO will actually hit the capital markets today. The IPO has a price band of about 274 to 275 rupees, and the company wants to raise about 3,800 crore rupees through this IPO. The public issue will be open for 3 days starting today until February 5th. So that's something you need to keep an eye out on. Remember, we'll be telling you a whole lot of details as to whether analysts are actually advising investors to subscribe to this issue or not on Money 9. So stay tuned for all that action as well. Moving on to the results then. Whole lot of results will be reported today, including 88 companies will be reporting their results today, including the big company Bharti Airtel. Apart from this, the Adani twins, Adani Enterprises and Adani Green Energy will be reporting the results today. Apollo Tyres, Aptech, Astral Polytechnic will be other companies that will be reporting their results. From the Bajaj Pack, Bajaj Consumer Care, City Union Bank, Deepak Fertilizers from the agri space will be an important company to watch out for. Indian Hotels, Inox Leisure, Jubilant Foodworks, the operator of Domino's, will be important to watch out for. PNC Infratech, you did hear, will be important to also track today. Then again, V-Guard Industries, VIP Industries and Ujjivan Small Finance Bank will be other important results to keep an eye out on. Let's actually move on to find out what are the then stock recommendations that you need to keep an eye out on as and when the trading action really opens. You have been seeing that the markets have been quite buoyant in the last 2 or 3 trading sessions, and the investors have been looking out for buying opportunities in this kind of a rising market. And so we have got recommendations from 2 analysts for you and 6 picks to start your trading day with. From Prabhudas Leeladhar, Vaishali Parikh has suggested to us 3 stocks, including from the pharma space. The first stock that she has picked up for all of you is Sun Pharmaceuticals, where you can keep an eye out on. The stop loss you can maintain on the stock is 605 rupees, whereas the target price could be 640. So there's a 3.5% kind of an uptick already that we had seen in the previous session for Sun Pharma. She also expects the rally to really extend and further, and there's a strong upside that she actually expects on this stock going on forward from here. From the OMC pack, HPCL is also on her radar, and that's a stock that you can keep on your radar for a buying stock. Now, there's a 210 rupee kind of a stop loss that she has recommended on Hindustan Petroleum Corporation. The 235 will be the stock price or will be the target price that you really need to keep on your radar. Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, that's the stock that we are talking about. 2% uptick already seen in the previous session, but the target price is further upside at 235 with a stop loss at 210. Tech Mahindra from the IT pack has been in action, in the last 1 week as well. There's a 2% uptick that we saw in last evening's trading session. However, the stop loss over here is what you can maintain at 930 with a buy price also and a target price of 1030 to keep on your radar. So 3 stocks from IT, Pharma, OMC space for you from Vaishali Parekh. Moving on from Chandan Taparia, Motilal Oswal Financial Services has also recommended 3 stocks which you can keep on your radar for today and keep on your buying list as well. The first stock is from the PSU banking space. Remember, State Bank of India has already run up from the last 2 or 3 trading sessions, as and when the union budget really talked about the privatization of the public sector banks. So that actually gave further impetus to the stock as well. State Bank of India already up 7% in yesterday's trading session as well, extending the rally which it saw on February 1st. The stop loss you can maintain on the stock is 324. The target price should be 345 on this stock. Grasim Industries is the next stock that you can keep on your radar. Chandan believes here's another buy call for you. The stop loss you can maintain on this stock is 1170 with a target price of 1230. Already a 5.5% uptick was actually seen in yesterday's trading session. The last stock from Chandan Taparia's table will be from the auto space, and that's Ashok Leyland for you. The last trading price was around 132 and there was an uptick of about 8%. So the stock is already up high with the announcements of the scrappage policy in the union budget. The auto space has been buzzing. It was one of the top performing sectoral indices in the last 2 trading sessions as well. Ashok Leyland on the buy list, target price of 140 with a stop loss of 130 is what you can maintain. So 6 picks have been given to you to start your trading session right, in case you've been looking for buying opportunities in this surging market. So we'll wrap it at that, but we'll keep getting you all the market action throughout the day. So stay tuned to Money 9.